Hi all, today we are going to discuss about matrix partitioning for node elimination. So first let us start the basics of the matrix partitioning. In real systems, the matrices are usually very large and hence the matrix operations can be done by partitioning of the matrix. By dividing the matrix into small parts, it will be very easy to calculate. That's why in real world when some number of buses are very large or very big, so in that case we can subdivide the matrix and do. So how to do it? Let us take for example, I want to calculate some matrix C is there which is the product of A and B. Let us assume the A and B matrix is like that. A matrix is a 4 by 4 matrix and the C and B matrix, the B is 3 cross 1 matrix. So this can be calculated by partitioning into subparts. So what I can partition in this way, let us assume I am partitioning like this. I am partitioning this as a 2 blocks and 1 block. Here 2 blocks and 1 block. So this partitioning I have just represented above. So this A is partitioned into 4 sub matrices. Those matrices are D, E, F and G. I am representing where D is a 2 cross 2 matrix, E is 2 cross 1 matrix, then F is 1 cross 2 matrix and G is 1 cross 1 matrix. And here they will be partitioned in such a way generally that E will be the transpose of F. So E will be transpose of F. This A13, A23 will be transpose of A31, A32 because we know that A13 will be equal to A31. We have already seen for the case of admittance matrix. So now similar way the B, so B also because in order to multiply with them, B is also divided accordingly. So B I am also dividing into 2 matrices, one as the matrix H and other as a matrix J. So I am going to take one example. So these doubts why I am dividing like this will be clarified to you there. Or from this I can tell the matrix C is the product of matrix A and B, which is the product of a sub matrices are there D, E, F, G. And B is having a submatrices or subdivided into as H and J. So here this C matrix, let us assume it is divided into submatrix M and N. I want to divide into 2 matrix. So here M can be obtained by D into H plus E into J, D into H plus E into J. Similarly, this N matrix can be obtained by F into H plus G into J, F into H plus G into J. So in that way we can calculate it. So what is the advantage of partitioning and doing? One more application of this one is we can eliminate some of the nodes for making the analysis. So let us assume in my system there are 100 nodes are there. To make the calculations easy, I want to remove some of the nodes. Let us assume I want to remove 10 nodes. So in that case, in order to remove the nodes, particularly for the nodes which are not carrying any current, neither the current is entering or leaving, those nodes can be eliminated easily. So for that what we will do, the matrix are arranged in such a way that nodes to be eliminated are in the bottom rows. Whichever nodes we want to eliminate that are kept in the bottom rows, so then we can eliminate them easily. So how to eliminate that? So let us assume the matrix I is equal to Y bus into V. So this I am subdividing into matrices. So IA and IU. So I want to eliminate the nodes corresponding to this one. That means these node currents I want to eliminate. So IA, IU. So this matrix Y bus I have told before, we can do the matrix partitioning, divide into 4 matrices K, L, M and N. So where this K is the submatrix of the admittances related to the nodes to be retained. Whichever node should be retained, that will be there in the matrix K. And this matrix L and N, these are the submatrices containing the admittance related to both type of nodes. That means the nodes which should be retained as well as nodes should be eliminated, both components will be there in this L and N. And we also know that the value of N is equal to L transpose. And the matrix M, the matrix M contains the submatrices of the admittances of the nodes which are to be eliminated. So this will be multiplied with VA and VU. VU are the voltages which node should be eliminated. So I am not going into the derivation of this, how to calculate this. I am directly using the formula. You have studied this in the matrix operations in mathematics. So I am directly writing the equation. So from this, if you want to calculate the value of IA, you can calculate in terms of VA. That means you can eliminate the effect of IU and VU just by replacing in this form K minus. So this can be written as K minus L into M inverse into N. K minus L into M inverse into N. So if you are writing normally IA, how it will come? IA is equal to K into VA plus L into VU. Agree with me? So I want to eliminate VU. VU should not be there. So I want to represent VU in terms of VA. So if you represent VU in terms of VA, so this will be written as M inverse into N into VA. So by using the matrix operations. So that's why as a sum I can write Ia is equal to K minus L into M inverse into N into VA, because the derivation is not of paramount important for us, so I am not deriving here. So if you want the details, you can refer to any mathematics book. So this I can write as, this is nothing but my new Y bus matrix. So here the concept is little bit confusing. Let us take one example so that this concept will be completely clear to you. So further, the example is given for a 4 bus system shown below. Eliminate the nodes 3 and node 4 from the Y bus by partitioning method. So here you can see here this diagram is entirely different when compared to what we studied in our previous class. Here it is given as a voltage source in series with a reactance, and some more things are presented here. Let us complete this. So VA is given as 1 at an angle of 0 and VB and VC are 1 at an angle of minus 36.87 degrees per unit. That means this diagram is already the per unit diagram. The values shown in the rectangles are actually reactances. Those are given as a reactances because reactance is nothing but the impedance with having 0 value of resistance. So we have to calculate the admittances from this one. So that is the first one you have to remember, because this is given to confuse you, because generally people don't read this line, they will directly use this as the admittances and they will get the wrong answer. So it is clearly mentioned, these are the reactances, and here you can see directly voltage is not connected to the bus and the shunt admittances are not there. Here it is given as voltage in series with some impedance. So first we have to convert this voltage in series with impedance to the form the current source in parallel with an impedance. So then only we can proceed further, because the VA is not the bus voltage here. VA is the generated voltage. We have to calculate the bus voltage at bus 1 or the current entering at bus 1. So calculating the voltage is difficult here, so I can calculate the current easily, because in order to calculate the voltage, current is required. Agree with me? So we can apply the source transformation we have studied in this basic network theory. So voltage source in series with an impedance can be represented by current source in parallel with an impedance, where the value of the current source or the current magnitude will be equal to V divided by Z. The current magnitude will be V divided by Z, and let us take the symbol, that means polarity also. Let us take this polarity as plus. So current will be directed from minus to plus. N is the reference node. So this I can represent as a current. Current is VA divided by this impedance. Similarly, this will be VB divided by this impedance. This is VC divided by this impedance. So we have to calculate this one, and then the current direction will be like this in parallel with Z. So in parallel means this J1 will come in parallel. So this will be equal to J1 in our example. In our example, this will be J1. Getting it? So let us try to calculate these currents. So currents, how to calculate? Voltage divided by impedance. So 1 at an angle of 0 divided by J1. J1 is nothing but 1 at an angle of 90 degrees, because we know that division of two polar coordinate systems will be divide the magnitude, angles will be numerator minus denominator angle. So this will be 1 at an angle of minus 90 degrees. If you don't have the idea about how to calculate the polar coordinates, division and other things, you can refer to basic electrical engineering. So there I have discussed the phasor algebra. You can please refer there. I have explained all these basic concepts there in detail. So similarly, I2 can be calculated and I3 as well as I4 can be calculated in this way. So I am proceeding further because my major concern with the admittance diagram. So from this diagram, I want to calculate the admittance diagram. So this voltage in series with impedance I have represented as current plus, because there is a current I1 entering in parallel with the impedance. So that impedance I want to convert to admittance, because admittance is equal to 1 by impedance. So you can calculate 1 by J1. 1 by J1 will be equal to, J comes to the numerator as minus J. So minus J1. Similarly, this will become minus J1. This will become minus J1. So now coming to this one, 1 by J.1. So J comes to numerator as minus J. 1 by 0.1 is 10. So similar is the case this one. Similarly, between these two branches it is J.2, 1 by J.2. 1 by 0.2 is 5. And J come to numerator as minus J5. These are all the admittances. Up to here clear? So here again, to confuse you, they have just reversed the bus bars. You can see this is bus bar 1, this is bus bar 2, this is bus bar 3. So they are not 1, 2, 3. They have changed it intentionally to make the confusion. So again, this is 4. Getting it? So now how to calculate the value of the admittance matrix? So we have already studied in the last class. So how to calculate? Y11 will be equal to sum of all the admittance connected to that node. So at node number 1, what are connected? Minus J1 is connected, minus J5 and minus J10. 3 admittances are connected. So 3 are given. So similarly, coming to node 2, Y22 will be again same thing, all nodes connected to node 2. So this is my node 2, all nodes connected to J2 are J1, J5 and J10. So that I have taken. Similarly, node 3 also same way. Similarly, node 4, for if I are taking node 4, 3 are connected, minus J10, minus J10, minus J10. So self admittances are over. Now mutual admittances means this one will be the node, this is between 1, 2, this is Y1, 2, that means between 1 and 2. Node 1 and 2 what is connected? This is node 1, this is node 2. They don't have any connection, so that's why it becomes 0. This is a node 1, 2, 3. Node between node 1 and node 3, J5 is connected, I have to take minus sign of that admittance. So similarly, this is between node 1 and 4. Node 1 and node 4, minus J10 is connected, take the negative sign of the admittance that is connected, so this one value will be there. Similarly, here this will be equal to, this is a 2, 1. So this is 2, 2. Similarly, this is between 2 and 3. This is between 2 and 4. You can just observe here and write here. Similarly, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3 and 3, 4. 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3 and 4, 4. So in this way you have to represent here. So if you make the simplification of this one, you will get it as like this. These are my diagonal elements or self impedances, and these are the mutual impedances. You can see that whatever is coming here, same thing will replicate here with the transpose. So actually we have to calculate only these many elements in practice, because when the data size is very big, we cannot write all the things. So only formulate this one, take the transpose and keep here. You can see here 0, J5, 10. 0, J5, J10 came here, then J5, J10, J5, J10 came, J10, J10 came here. So just by getting the transpose, we can get these things easily. So now I can write this is in the form I is equal to Y bus multiplied by V. So or from this I can calculate my voltages V, because currents are known, currents we have calculated from there. In this example, voltages are not known. In the yesterday's class, whatever we have seen, voltages are not known and currents are unknown, we have calculated. So in this example I am taking the inverse process, because these also came in the exam sometimes. So V will be equal to, you have to calculate the Y bus inverse into I, because the Y bus when it goes this side it becomes inverse. Getting it? So calculate the inverse and calculate it. So here my major concern is to eliminate the nodes. It is asked to eliminate the node number 3 and 4, and as 3 and 4 should be eliminated, these two nodes should be kept in the end. Fortunately, in this example, already 3 and 4 are in the end only. Let us assume if they ask eliminate the node 1 and node 2. So what you have to do? Remove node 1 and node 2 from here, keep it in the end. So remaining you can do the shuffling and adjustments accordingly. So I want to only keep these two nodes, eliminate these two nodes. So 2 is there, so I am dividing this into two parts. So this is divided like this. So this will be of the form, if I want to get this as a 2, this will be divided by 2 cross 2. So I have just divided this one. And second one you have to observe, this will be transpose of this one. That means this L will be transpose of N, and this will become as M. This is my K. So this is multiplied by VA VU. I want to eliminate this VU as well as this value of I, because this part IU I want to eliminate. So for elimination we have seen the formula Y bus nu is equal to K minus L into M inverse into N. K minus L into M inverse into N. We have to calculate this one. So K is, because from this matrix we can write K is equal to minus J16 0 minus J16, and L, the value of L is J5, J10, 5 and 10. So this part, and this is part is N, and this is equal to M. So I have to calculate M inverse. M inverse will be, it is A, B, C, D whole inverse will be equal to 1 by AD minus BC into D minus B minus CA. So that I have taken. So 1 divided by, do the product of these two minus these two. Product of these two will be minus J16 into minus J30 minus J10 into minus J10. So this is 1 by AD minus BC, D minus B minus CA. So this will be, these two will be interchanged. These two are interchanged, and these two we have to take the opposite sign. So we have to take in the opposite sign. So when you simplify it, you will get the answer as this one. This is my M inverse. So once the M inverse are calculated, I have to calculate L into M inverse into N. So this is my L, this is my M inverse, this is my N. So when you do the matrix operation, I am directly writing the answer to save time. So this is minus 8.8125. This is also minus J 8.8125. All got the same values in this example. So now calculating the Y bus nu will be equal to K minus L into M inverse into N. This is my K minus L into M inverse N is we have calculated. So finally we got this as your new Y bus. So the new value of this matrix, now equation is completely changed to node 3 and node 4 are eliminated. Only I1, I2 will be equal to this Y bus nu I can represent as Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22 nu multiplied by V1 and V2. So you can see here remaining nodes are eliminated. So in this way we can eliminate the nodes. So I hope how to do the matrix partitioning and how to do the calculations and how to eliminate some nodes in a particular matrix are clear to you. If you still have any queries, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. I will answer to your queries from there. Thank you very much.